Well, hello, Morency and YouTube. So today we're going to continue on with the teacher desk design idea, and then we'll probably move on to a classroom desk idea or two as well. But I saw something really cool online while I was sort of helping students come up with ideas for their student desks. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and try it and mix it with the design from yesterday. So what we had was, instead of doing a filing cabinet over here, we had something that looked like an I-beam, really. We'll come down. We'll give this a bit of thickness in that case, since it is an I-beam. These have flanges. We actually need to show them. And then it had, hanging off of this side of the I-beam, a series of boxes or little box drawers here. And they had little drawers inside here. A little thumb hole thingy. Like this. And these didn't look like they were on drawer pulls or anything. They just sort of looked like you put your finger into it and pulled down, and the whole box would come out. And then over here on this side of the thing, you had the traditional drawers with drawer pull thing. I think you had like a triple arrangement here. I might go for a big filing cabinet one or something along those lines. So we had a couple of these. And then over this side, I was still thinking we would use the triangular shape pattern here. And I should probably come over here with our cross pieces. On some sort of I-beamy thing or square tubing arrangement. With these things again coming in over this way. And now we're going to just start showing a bit of thickness here. This side, unfortunately, is nearly useless in terms of usable space. You can't put drawers or anything in this area, but it looks cool, and that is just as important as the actual functionality of the object. So here we have walnut up here, or some other suitable hardwood. But you know, walnut just looks good for this job. Walnut. This here is an I-beam. And 1 inch square. Tube. And you know, that looks pretty dang cool. I like that idea. I might, however, go ahead and flip things around slightly. So let's see what this would look like the other way. I'll put these in here. This is not to scale at all. Oh well. I'll put that off to the side here. And come across with the 1-inch square tubing again. To about there, about the same spot. I'm still not quite sure what to do with the fact that I want a standing desk instead of a sitting height desk. I might have to expand things a little bit or work with this a little bit more, but that should be something I can work with in a bit in time. Okay, and more of this coming down here. And now we have our I-beam coming off of this point here. And again, I am really good at drawing straight lines or sketching in straight lines. If you're not so great at that, then go ahead and use a straight edge, and you will get lines that look a whole heck of a lot cleaner than mine and are even straighter. And in time, you will actually get better at the straight lines. Okay, here we go. Come down here a bit more. Okay, there we go. So same idea, just reversed a bit. Now I've seen some pretty interesting ideas for this. These and the design I was looking at online are made out of wood. Probably walnut. A couple of other things I've seen are some nut and bolt drawers. And these are made out of cheap tin. They're just a cheap pressed tin unit that you can get at most hardware stores. And they also looked like a pretty cool idea. And you could probably do something similar over here. So again, use either walnut or tin. And both of these would work out pretty well, honestly. This, I do think, still should be a darker wood, like, again, that walnut. Although I suppose you could use a plywood material and stain it. At this point, you might as well go with the nice, thick, heavy walnut, just because it's going to look better. I'm still thinking square tubing. Although maybe to match these, maybe a little bit heavier, so maybe 1.5 or 2-inch square tubing, just to give this side a little bit more weight to it. I do like this idea up here a little bit better because the gap or the space between the support structure here is non-existent. I'm not a fan of this gap here. It's too big and it's in the wrong spot. And for some reason, although this is completely and totally unnecessary, I believe it's a good idea. I think it just looks better that way. So that's pretty much the idea at this point. If you like this drawing, go ahead and click on these over here and see more. Or if you want, like and subscribe over here.